Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Kind of a little project here, the ECHO CS-602VL. We'll start and run briefly, but definitely needs some carb work. So I pulled off the cover, as you guys probably know, as well as the air filter cover, obviously. Did buy a little carb rebuild kit, so let's get after it and get that carb off and work on that rebuild. So I'll probably fast forward through some of this, or else it probably will become a bit of a longer video, but lots of videos online on this too. So okay guys, so it is a Tillotson carb, which is the carb kit I got, so hopefully the one I have will work. I'm just going to get us situated here, probably move the chainsaw off of the table, and then hopefully we can get to it. This was a little tricky to get out. I had to take the fuel line off the bottom to get after it, but and I did put these screws in 1.5 turns. I'll remember to set that back afterwards, but yeah, wasn't too bad in the end. So this is what did come in the kit, guys, with all the gaskets, the needle, all that kind of thing. So hopefully this is the right one. If it does work, I will link it, or at least put in the carb kit number that I used, that I found on the Tillotson website, kind of a reference page. But let's open this up and get after it. I'm basically just going to take it apart and just put all the new pieces in. So shouldn't be too hard to do, but yeah, let's get to it. It is a little cold out here, guys, so that's why the heater's on. It's supposed to get super cold the rest of the week starting tomorrow, so I really wanted to get to this today because I'm excited to try to see if this solves at least the starting and running. Because if that's the case, that's a pretty easy fix, and then the rest we can kind of work through, kind of the chain, the oiler, all that kind of stuff. I will need to figure out a new choke for this thing. The guy that had it before, I don't know if it was him or someone else, but they kind of manufactured their own little choke on it, so it's all right though. You don't have to be too careful just because I do have all the replacements, but I guess I shouldn't say that because I'm not sure that it'll fit, but that looks like a pretty good match there, so that's awesome. Seem to be pretty brittle, but nothing seems to be broken. So now I'm just going to get to the needle there. Don't have a new spring, so I will keep that one. Looks pretty good. I am going to run some carb cleaner through there just to make sure it's all okay. Just reverse this with the new parts. hard when your hands are cold. That's working all right. All right, let's jump to the other side. Like that one. Oh, maybe it's a double one. Slightly different. And be careful with this one because I'm not sure this one will match. I'm gonna grab a smaller screwdriver. Well, I'm not sure what to say. So similar there, but definitely not the right one. Two of them put together. Looks like it might be. I'm just going to pause for a second here, guys, and take a look at what I have and see what might fit in here. Okay, guys, I was able to pull these apart. So there you have it. There was two there, so I think we have the correct ones. That one there, and then I assume this one. Actually, no, it'll be this one. Different color, but still same Same openings and everything if we put it like that. There we go. Alright guys, so this might get a little tricky just because I'm trying to line this all up. And hopefully this all lines up okay. There are those locator pins, there it is, at the bottom of this this cover. This would be awesome if this is all that it needed was some new gaskets. I'll have to take a look at the chainsaw. These should be the exterior ones, but I didn't see any on it, so I don't know if they're stuck on the chainsaw still, but probably put those on just to be sure. So with the chainsaw, I'm not going to do the Fix It Friday kind of included as part of that. I think I'm going to do it as a separate kind of thing, because this one's going to be a little more sporadic when I do post videos. I think I mentioned that already, but just difficult to get parts at times and all that kind of stuff. And it's kind of fun to have a separate little one for this. So yeah, I think let's get this back on the chainsaw and see if it makes a difference. Okay, so there doesn't seem to be a gasket on there. I did put this one on here where it looks like probably should be one. So I'll put that one there, and then I won't put one on the other side, on this side, until I kind of figure out the air filter, because there should be one on this side as well. So on this side, I mean, but I'll work on that afterwards. Let's put this together. I'll probably speed through some of this as I reassemble it, but kind of just as we pulled it apart, just put it back together. All right, so might have celebrated success a little too early. I've got to hook up the choke. The choke I don't think will be an issue from this point, but the throttle linkage, this one hooks up to the back of the carb and then right through here to the handle. So not sure my next plan of attack, but let's see what I can do. Okay guys, so I did pull it off. I think I can work on getting the gasket in. You can see actually the choke's on right now, but see now, hopefully through there. See it opening. As it falls out again. Alright, so now to get it back on. Give me a couple seconds here. Alright, so I did flip it over again to try to, sorry guys, so you can see lined up the holes again with the gasket and the carb. Hopefully that throttle linkage stays there. Looks like it will, and hopefully it'll slide on as easy as it did last time. Yes! Need to hook this throttle up to the awesome. Throttle's hooked up. Now just need to do the choke, which shouldn't be too bad. A little easier since it's right on the end here, or right at the front I should say. Other than the fact that this choke is a handmade one with a nut on the end, but that is in as well. So we're all back together there. Fuel line's hooked up. Let's put the cover, I guess the carb nuts first, and then the cover, both covers, and let's see if it'll fire up. Alright guys, so there we go. Back on. I left the air filter off. I didn't like the look of it anyways, so save the screw. There's the fancy dancy choke that the person put on there, which is super nice. I'll have to look at that. I also just noticed in the spark plug, it does have a little crack on it, so I'll probably get a new one of those ASAP too, just to make sure that that's not causing any issues. But let's go try to fire it over and see if we can keep it running. So not sure if you guys can see in there. I don't think you can. Maybe. It's flooding and leaking. So some things not back together right. Back to the bench. Alright guys, so one thing I did notice actually when I came back in, I did notice, looked at this gasket and this the diaphragm, and there actually is two parts to it. So I didn't put in the gasket for the side, so I wonder if that's causing the issue. I'm sure it is. It's definitely not helping. So let's tear this into this one and then put that on, the gasket on. So as you can tell, it's pretty wet, full of gas in the side, so I'm sure that's not helping the situation at all. There we go. Let's try to put that back on and see if that helps. Alright guys, so all back together. Hopefully that's the issue. See what we can do. Awesome guys, we got it running. Super excited that it was the carb. I don't know if the oiler is working or not yet. I haven't really looked into that, so I don't want to run it too much and get the bar too hot, so, and the chain. So that'll be kind of the next thing. I think I might take the bar and chain off and just work on that and even let it run a bit. I need to work on the idle. Obviously it stopped as soon as I stopped the throttle on it, so the carb needs to be adjusted, but it's running. Probably the bad diaphragm or something like that. But yeah, I'm super excited guys. I hope you liked the video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll keep putting out some more videos on this chainsaw. Thanks, guys.